Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to this special episode of English Podcast. In our channel, we don't just improve our English, we grow our thinking, our habits, and our lives. Every episode is designed to help you learn the English language while exploring real topics that matter. Today's episode is one that many people quietly struggle with, no matter their age, location, or language level. The topic is self-comparison. Have you ever looked at someone else's life, their appearance, their success, their skills, or even their social media, and felt less than? Have you ever thought, they are better than me, or I'll never be that good? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. Almost everyone compares themselves to others at some point. But here's the problem, which is constant self-comparison. It can lead to negative thinking, low self-esteem, and even sadness. In this episode, we're going to explore what self-comparison is, why we do it, how it can hurt us, and most importantly, how we can stop it. We'll also focus on how this topic affects your English learning journey. After all, language learning isn't just about words and grammar. It's also about your mindset. Remember to subscribe to English with Alpha channel on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok to make sure that you never miss a chance to learn, reflect, and grow in both English and life. Now, let's begin. Part 1. What is self-comparison? Let's start with the basics. What is self-comparison? Self-comparison is when you look at another person and compare them to yourself. You compare how they look, what they have, what they've done, what they can do, how they speak, where they are in life. Sometimes, comparisons are neutral or helpful. For example, you might look at someone's skill and feel inspired. You might think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. But very often, comparisons are negative. You might think, they're better than me. I'm behind. Why can't I be like them? And these thoughts can cause stress, anxiety, and even shame. Let's look at a few common types of comparisons. 1. Achievement comparison. You see someone's success. Maybe they passed an exam, got a new job, or reached a goal, and you start thinking about what you haven't done. 2. Appearance comparison. You look at someone's body, skin, clothing, or face and feel unhappy with your own. 3. Language skill comparison. You hear someone speak English fluently, with confidence and speed, and you feel like your own English is not good enough. 4. Social comparison. You see someone with more friends, more followers, or more attention, and you feel small or invisible. Here's something important to understand. Comparison is a natural part of being human. Our brains are wired to notice differences. But when we compare too often and too negatively, it becomes unhealthy. So, the question is not, can I stop comparing completely? The question is, how can I understand comparison, manage it, and use it in a healthy way? Let's go deeper. Part 2. Why do we compare ourselves? Now that we understand what comparison is, let's ask, why do we do it? Here are some reasons. 1. Social learning. As children, we learn by watching others. We copy actions, words, and emotions. This continues into adulthood. We compare to understand where we fit in. 2. Desire to improve. Sometimes we compare because we want to grow. We see someone doing something well, and we want to reach that level too. 3. Low self-worth. When we don't feel good about ourselves, we look outside for value. We measure ourselves based on others instead of building confidence from within. 4. Social media pressure. Social media is a major source of comparison today. People post only the best parts of their lives. When you scroll through photos or videos, it's easy to believe that others are always happier, richer, more attractive, or more successful. But remember, social media shows highlights, not real life. 5. Fear of missing out. When we see others doing things we're not doing, we feel like we're falling behind. All these reasons help us understand why comparison happens. But understanding isn't enough. We also need to know how it affects us. Part 3. How self-comparison hurts us. Now, let's talk about the effects of constant comparison. When we compare ourselves to others in a negative way, it often leads to 1. Low confidence. You start believing you're not good enough, smart enough, or successful enough. 2. Loss of motivation. Instead of trying harder, you may feel like giving up. You might think, why even try when I'll never be like them? 3. Jealousy and bitterness. You may begin to feel angry at others for their success, even if they worked hard for it. 4. Anxiety and overthinking. Your mind becomes filled with questions. What am I doing with my life? Am I failing? Will I ever catch up? 6. Perfectionism. You might start trying to do everything perfectly, hoping to be seen as successful. But perfection is an illusion, and chasing it only leads to exhaustion. And in the context of language learning, comparison can be especially dangerous. Imagine this. You're studying English grammar, but then you hear someone speak fluently. You immediately feel like a failure, even if you've made good progress. You stop practicing because you think you read too slow or not talented. You begin to hide your voice in class or stay silent in conversations. All this comes from believing that someone else's success means your failure. But here's the truth. Someone else's progress does not erase your progress. You are not behind. You're just on your own path. Part 4. The truth behind what you see. Before we talk about solutions, we need to understand something very important. You never see the full picture of someone's life. When you compare yourself to someone, you're often comparing your reality to their presentation, your struggles to their successes, your inside to their outside. Let's say you know someone who speaks English very fluently. They sound perfect. You begin to feel insecure. But what you don't know is, they've been studying for 10 years. They make mistakes too, but you don't hear them. They've had moments of failure and self-doubt, just like you. So, when you compare, remember, you are comparing based on incomplete information. Part 5. How to stop negative self-comparison. Now, let's get practical. How can we stop comparing in a way that hurts us? Here are some strategies to help. 1. Become aware. The first step is noticing when you compare. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Who am I comparing myself to? Why do I feel less? This awareness helps you stop the thought before it grows. 2. Shift your focus. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you're doing well. Ask yourself, what progress have I made? What skills have I built? What makes me unique? Focus on your own story, not someone else's highlight. 3. Celebrate small wins. Comparison often makes us ignore our small successes. But every small win is part of your growth. Celebrate moments like speaking up in class, learning 5 new words, finishing a lesson you found difficult. These are real, important steps. 4. Use comparison as inspiration, not judgment. You don't have to stop comparing completely. Ask, what can I learn from this person? How can I apply what I see in a way that fits me? Let comparison inspire, not defeat. 5. Limit social media time. Too much scrolling leads to negative thoughts. Give yourself time away from screens. Focus on real life, real people, and your real growth. 6. Practice gratitude. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. This habit helps you focus on what you have, not what you lack. Gratitude and comparison cannot live in the same space. 7. Talk to yourself like a friend. Would you tell a friend they're a failure just because someone else is doing better? No. So don't say it to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Be on your own team. Part 6. Self-comparison in language learning. Now, let's bring this back to language learning. Here's how comparison shows up and how to respond to it. 1. Their English is so good. I'll never be like them. Response. They started earlier or practiced differently. I'm improving every day. 2. They know more words than me. Response. I've learned many words too, and I'll keep learning more. 3. They're confident. I'm scared to speak. Response. Confidence comes with practice. I can take small steps today. Remember, your English journey is yours. It's not a race. It's not a competition. It's a personal adventure. And every mistake, every sentence, every effort matters. Part 7. Final reflections and closing thoughts. So, what have we learned today? Self-comparison is natural, but it can become harmful. It often gives us false information. It affects our mood, our motivation, and our self-worth. We need to learn how to turn comparison into reflection, not judgment. You are not behind. You are not too slow. You are not failing. You are simply walking your own path, step by step, day by day. And that's something to be proud of. Wherever you are in life or in language learning, you are enough. You have the power to grow, improve, and become stronger without being someone else. Closing message. Before we end today's episode, take a deep breath. Think about one thing you've done recently that you're proud of, big or small. Say it out loud if you can. Write it down if you want. Own your progress. And remember, your journey is beautiful, valuable, and completely unique. Thank you for spending this time with us today on English with Alpha Channel. If this episode helped you, please take a moment to subscribe and share it with someone who might need this message. New episodes are coming soon with more English practice, more personal growth, and more support. Until then, keep moving forward. Stay curious, stay kind, and most of all, stay true to your own journey. Goodbye.